Recently we gave a talk at Soho House and we thought we'd make another video just for yourselves and our online audience to talk about how social media is impacting society and culture. So recently there has been a whole lot of talk on the negative side of things that social media presents. But actually, and of course we are going to caveat that, having worked in social for so many years, with the fact that actually social media does have such a positive and powerful impact on the world in many ways too. Back in the day there was just kind of like Facebook, and before that there was MySpace, and before that there was MSN and Bebo.
Don't forget Bebo.
But like they were very much about kind of personal networking and just kind of staying in touch with friends, and not so much about kind of like being there as commercial platforms.
Yeah.
So then that all shifted, I think mainly with the rise of Twitter, and all of a sudden like there was this huge novelty factor of like, oh my gosh, I can totally like tweet, Beyonce. And it was amazing because people would then get back and there was this kind of like spiral and flurry of conversations, and things started to change. It brought communities together and it allowed people access to directly speak to brands and companies and businesses and people on the other side of the world that they would have otherwise never been able to actually get in touch with. So there are some amazing things that it really does do.
I think it's a tool as well that's really educated people on other communities. Now on social you're able to see a huge range of different communities, but also different lifestyles that people have.
Everyone has become kind of like quite individualistic, if that's even a word.
It is now.
And yeah, and how do brands like really acknowledge that and address it within the campaigns that we help kind of shape for them? It is about, being very aware of like the sociological impact that social media has had on society.
Definitely, and I think the unrealistic expectations as well that it can really put out there. We've worked with quite a few makeup brands and beauty brands, and they are in that space now where they're saying, we don't want this to be perfectly edited down to this person's skin just being not even
flawless.
Yeah, totally flawless, that everyone can see past that now.
It's very much like the content that we're producing is, we've got like different things that we're taking into account.
We feel responsible for it as well. And I think that's something that we would always say as an agency, is we are responsible for what we put out there. So it's something that we really take on board, and we look at when building our strategies to make sure we're proud of what we're putting out there, as much as our brands are.
Yeah. It's changed so much, hasn't it?
So much.
Instagram has almost like become almost the all-in-one platform that then Facebook even, that was like the biggest Goliath, was scared of, so scared that they were forced into buying them.
And then you look at other platforms that have come along like TikTok, and then that scared Instagram, and they thought, okay, great, we've got to start doing some reels, which are basically TikTok videos. It's really interesting for us to look into how much it's developed over the years, but also how brands are taking on the challenge really to work with these different platforms.
And then now obviously like social media is being used for educating people. We've got clients coming to us now that are not just about kind of like trying to use social to sell their services or to push a product. It's about how do we use it as a platform to perform like crisis management campaigns, or to
get their opinions out there as well and their values to their followers.
So we put together a bit of research on some of these latest trends, and we put together a presentation. So if anyone would like to receive that, please do get in touch, or comment below, or DM us, send an email, do whatever, and we'll be happy to send that over.